Hello Avengers and welcome to a brand new exotic gear guide for 2022. With the latest patch 2.3 there has been a lot of significant changes of how to obtain gear. So I'm gonna go through all the exotic sets that you can get right now in the game and how to get them. So let's begin. We're gonna go over each set right here on this table. The first set we have is Discordant gear. Discordant gear can be used to go from power level 140 to power level 150, and then Discordant Elite gear can be used to go from power level 150 to power level 165 in gear. You gain 2 exotics per week per hero, one in the melee range slot and one in the defense heroic slot. But this time with the latest update, you get these rewards on top of minor artifacts between checkpoints of the raid, rather than having to complete the entire raid. So at the very least, if you get far enough into the raid, you can at least gain 1 exotic, and then have a chance to keep progressing the checkpoints in other retries of the raid. Also, you can keep grinding the raid as many times as you want to earn 1 single exotic, but it will not power level your character, but it's a great opportunity to try out for new perks. Discordant gear can drop 3 types of perks: Sonic Conduit perks, status leaks, and heroic specific perks. The Sonic Conduit perk is a teamwork perk that once it becomes active, you will help recharge teammates' intrinsic and heroic meters. And if you have other extra Sonic Conduit perk bonuses, you can increase the amount of recharge, and you can also add other bonuses, like a sending perk that can boost defenses against vibranium and sonic attacks from enemies. Essentially, the Sonic Conduit perk is a teamwork perk where you can coordinate with your teammates how to activate the Sonic Conduit and what other bonuses you guys want to have together. On the other hand, you have the status leaks, which become active once a vibranium and a sonic status clash with each other and then spread and leak another status on enemies. Like for example the cryo status leak, where an enemy that's fully applied vibranium gets hit by a sonic status attack, they'll start spreading cryo status on other enemies. You will also be able to visually see this. And lastly, it does have some exclusive heroic perks. Like for example, Iron Man can have a perk where his Unibeam, once it kills an enemy, it can trigger an explosion. There's also heroic perks that return on Discordant gear, like for example Black Widow's Arsenal Boon that has a 50% increased critical hit chance from weapons. And other general perks that you may find in Discordant gear include Faultless Buff, Vibranium and Sonic Status application attacks, and Vibranium payloads. The Elite version of Discordant gear features pretty much very similar perks, however there's a few exclusive heroic ones that can only be found in that version of Discordant gear. Like for example, Hawkeye's increase in split shot arrows can be found in the Elite version of Discordant gear. But more importantly, no matter how many times you run the raid, you will certainly get an exotic out of it. Next up is Omega gear. Omega gear only drops from the Omega level threat family reunion. Omega gear can be used to go from power level 140 to power level 150 in gear. The unique perks that you can find in this gear is Cosmic Surge, protection against cosmic damage, and overall perks related with applying cosmic status in cryo. Essentially, a lot of the perks of Omega gear is to help you perform better on the Omega level threat, as the Super Avdatoid hits you with cosmic damage. Similar to Discordant gear, you can earn 2 exotics per week per hero, one in the melee range slot and one in the defense heroic slot, and then you get a 3rd piece of gear just from completing it. But that 3rd piece will not be a power level booster. However, you can keep grinding the Omega level threat as many times as you want to get an exotic. It won't increase your power level, but if you simply want to farm a lot of exotics just to use them to upgrade other gear, then you certainly can. Next up, we have the Hivemind gear set. This one comes from Mega Hives. You have 2 guaranteed exotics per week and now per hero thanks to the new update. The most common type of perks that you can get from the Mega Hives is Potentiators and Jarvis Barrier. These ones will pop with status attack perks. These can be done solo or with multiplayer with other players, but remember you can't use companions for the Mega Hives. Also remember that it's 4 gauntlets that you have to complete in order to receive the reward for the Mega Hive. So you jump in on that first gauntlet, and you will get the reward for the last hero that you complete the 4th gauntlet with. And remember not to die, because you will lose that hero and you won't be able to finish the Mega Hive with them if they die. Next up, we have the Storm set. Every day a Tachyon mission refreshes on the war table, and that first completion of the day has a high chance of giving you an exotic. After that is very super low chance to get any exotic on reruns. So my best tip is to just run it once per day for a chance to get that exotic. The other chance to get exotics from the Storm set is the Scientist Supreme mission chain, which is doing the beating the odds villain sector with Monica. Every week, she has a mission chain for you, and that has a chance to give you 1 exotic, 2 exotics, sometimes even 3 exotics. But again, this is purely chance. Now the best perks that you can find in Storm set is the Tachyon Surge, where it increases your overall status damage once it becomes active. And there's also potentiators that can drop from the Storm set, which also increase how much status you apply to an enemy. Now with those out of the way, we're moving to the hero specific sets, which are the ones that change with this new update 2.3. First, we have the classic power set. This one drops from villain sectors. There is now a weekly mission change that you can complete every week per hero that has a really high chance of getting exotics. You can get 1, you can get 2, but very likely you might get at the very least 1. And the exotics would be from the classic power set. However, after those weekly mission chains, you can keep grinding villain sectors, whether it's the daily ones that you can claim, or just simply rerunning the ones in your war table. They no longer disappear, so you can keep rerunning them as many times as you want and keep trying to get more and more exotics from that set. Next up, we have the Technical Power set. This heroic set is known as the Last Avengers Standing exotic set. However, with this new update, you can now get this set from Bolt missions. That's right, every week per hero, you have a weekly mission chain for bolts that has a high chance of giving you exotics from that very same Last Avengers Standing set. You can also keep grinding regular bolts non-stop for a chance to get those exotics. The bolts also now have a daily mission that you can pick up from the terminals, which also have a chance at that exotic. Lastly, we have the Apex set. The Apex set is known to be the priority mission set. So for example, Operative's armor for Hawkeye comes from this set. Now the priority missions hasn't changed, they refresh every week. However, you can get an exotic from this very same set through flashback missions. Flashback missions don't have a mission chain, but you can find them in the war table and you can grind them as many times as you want. So while the priority mission is once per week, it is a guaranteed exotic. However, the flashback will always remain there and you can keep grinding as many times as you want to get an exotic with any hero. Now to explain better these hero specific sets, let's go over each hero. First off, we have Miss Marvel. Her classic power set is called Safa, which can be found in villain sectors. Her technical power set is called Marvelous, which you can find in vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And her Apex set is called the Storm Ranger, which you can get in priority mission and flashbacks. Next we have Hulk. Hulk's classic power set is called Monstrous, that can be found in villain sectors. Hulk's technical power set is Wall Breakers, which can be found in vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And his Apex set is called the Planet Cracker, which can be found in priority and flashbacks. Next we have Iron Man. His classic power set is called the Modular, which can be found in villain sectors. His technical power set is called Superior, that can be found in vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And his Apex set, called Centurion, can be found in priority missions and flashbacks. Next we have Black Widow. Her classic power set is called the Infiltrators, which can be found in villain sectors. Her technical power set is called the Red Room, that can be found in vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And her Apex set is Natasha's, which can be found in priority and flashbacks. Next we have Thor. His classic power set is called the All-Father, that can be found in villain sectors. His technical power set is the Thunderer, that can be found in vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And his Apex set is called the Asgard's Scion, which can be found in priority missions and flashbacks. Next we have Captain America. His classic power set is called First Avenger, which can be found in villain sectors. His technical power set is called the Nomad, which can be found in Vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And his apex set is called the Super Soldier, which can be found in priority missions and flashbacks. Next we have Kate Bishop. Her classic power set is called the Sharpshooters, that can be found in villain sectors. Her technical power set is called Hawkbirds, which can be found in Vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And her apex set is called Provocateurs, which can be found in priority and flashbacks. Next we have Hawkeye. His classic power set is called Hunters and Tempered, which can be found in villain sectors. His technical power set is called the Eagles, which can be found in Vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And his apex set, which is called the Operatives, can be found in priority and flashback missions. Next we have Black Panther. Black Panther's classic power set is called Unconquered, which can be found in villain sectors. His technical power set, each slot has a unique name: Asuri, Nahanda, Bashenga, and Shonda, that can be found in Vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And his apex set is called the Ancestors, which can be found in priority and flashback missions. Last but not least is Spider-Man. You can find his classic power set called Spectacular in villain sectors. You can find his technical power set, the Public Menace, in Vaults and Last Avenger Standing. And you can find his apex set, the Great Responsibility, in priority and flashback missions. And that's it for going through every single exotic gear set in the game right now and how to obtain them. Hope this guide is helpful for you, and the charts that I made here can hopefully guide you and give you an idea of where to go for what you're looking for. Feel free to hit me up in the comments below if you have any questions or doubts. And enjoy grinding for exotics, because with this new patch now you can definitely spend a lot of time just going for exotics this time around, whether it's solo or with other players. See you next time, Avengers!